Hello everyone, my name is Sushil Mehta and today I'm going to show you how to import Palo Alto version 10 OVF file on VMware, and after that we'll see adding interface on Palo Alto virtual machine issue solution. So we'll discuss about what is the problem and what is the solution. So let's start. First of all, open your VMware and click on open a virtual machine and you'll get a OVF file of your Palo Alto firewall version 10. Select it and click on import. Now this process might take some time depending on your PC RAM size. It will take time to import. So I'll pause the video in between. Once it is done, I'll resume it back. Now we can see importing is almost done. Okay. Now by default, it will consume 5.5 GB of RAM, 2 processors, 60 GB hard drive, and by default you will get 3 interfaces only. So the first interface will be the management interface. The second two interfaces will be the data interfaces, which you can use for LAN and WAN. But apart from that, if you want some other interfaces to add for DMZ or to add for HA purpose, in that case, you might get an issue. Okay. So in the next lab, we'll see how to add the interfaces and how to resolve the issue. But here we'll see first of all how to start the machine and how to log in, and what are the username and the passwords. So initially when you'll start the device, it will take some time and it will automatically boot. Okay, so this booting process might take 2 to 3 minutes. So once the booting process is done, then we'll log in into a firewall through the CLI. So once the booting process completes, it will prompt you for logging purpose. So you can see the username. By default, you guys can use a default username as an admin and password also as a admin. So let me use username admin and give the password also as admin. And you will see logging incorrect. This is due to the frequent login what we are doing. You guys need to wait for some time. Once the device gets started, you have to wait for another 3 to 4 minutes, and after that retry for the login purpose. Definitely you will be able to log in. But in 10.0 version, it will prompt you to change the password with the default login itself. So we'll see, but you need to wait for some time. So we'll wait for 5 minutes and again I'll be back. After a few minutes, I'm trying back again with the username as a admin and password again as a admin. It prompts you for old password. So I'll give the old password as a admin. New password must contain 8 characters with uppercase, lowercase, number, everything. So I'll give capital A, small b, 1, 2, sorry, capital A, small b, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, enter. Capital A, small b, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, press enter. And you can see I'm logged in. And here I can check the details of my software version by giving the command as a show system info. And here you guys can see by default the name is PAVM. This is the IP address by default received from the DHCP. By default at the management interface, DHCP client is configured. So you can see IP address assigned from DHCP. In another class video, I'll show you guys how to configure the static IP. Here you guys can see software version as a 10.0. So this is the first task we have completed, and you can see there is no issue with the firewall if we are starting the firewall with the existing 3 interfaces. So if you guys can work with these 3 interfaces, it's fine. But if you guys are going to add multiple interfaces, in that case, you will definitely get an issue. So right now, we'll see the next lab. For that, we need to shut down the firewall. We'll add the interface for DMZ zone. But after that, what we'll see, the issues will be created on the firewall. Okay. So once the software is down, after that, we'll add the interfaces again and we'll try to start and we'll see what's the issue and how do we resolve it. Now you can see device is completely down. Now I'm going to add more interfaces. So let's say click on add. I'll add the network adapter. And you can see it's in a NAT mode. I'll put in a bridge mode. And I'll say OK. And I'll try to start this device. So it will take another few minutes. But definitely this device will not start. It will get some issue because we have added the new interface. So I'll pause the video for a few minutes. When the issue comes, I'll show you guys what exactly the issue you guys will get. You can see still it's booting. So I'm not going to pause the video. See exactly what happens in the booting process after adding the interface. It will take some time. You have to keep patience. So you can see stopping networking, such things are going on. It's still booting. This process will keep going. Okay. And what do you see right now? The system restarted. The device restarted. Okay. So after adding the interface, such issues you guys will get. Now, how do we resolve this issue that we need to see? Now for that, what we need to do is we need to shut down this particular interface. I mean, like shut down the entire firewall. Click on documents or the location where you have the virtual machine. In my case, it's in documents, virtual machine, and you can see PAVM 10. Now inside this, you guys can see you have VMX extension file. Okay. So what you have to do is you have to start it with open it with Notepad, and here you can see multiple interfaces. Now here you can see Ethernet 0 written here as a virtual dev as a VNet X. You can see VMX net 3. Again, you can see Ethernet 1, the same thing written over here. Again, you can see VMnet 2 written with the same value. So again, you can see the another interface, VMnet 3, which we added. Okay, here you can see the separate value. So what we have to do exactly is, see, before you change the value of this, I would like to show you guys how would you identify. Now see here, network adapter 0 means the first adapter, network adapter 1 means the second adapter, and network adapter 2 means the third adapter. So these are the default 3 adapters which we added. The other fourth adapter was indicated as a network adapter 3. So this is how you need to understand. So what you see here is the E1000 written. So what you have to do, you have to copy the previous VMX net 3, this entire thing, and come back to the VMnet 3, paste it here and save the file. Once this modification is done, now you guys need to start the device and it will be booted. And once this booting process is done, and your issue will be resolved. Thanks. Subscribe my channel for more updates.